X's mom yells at me for stealing her hours at work. So this happened about 11 or 12 years ago. I was expecting my first child and my BFS, at the time, mom offered to get me a job where she was working because I was unemployed. It was basically sitting with an elderly lady with Alzheimer's and keeping her company and making her meals. I already had experience with this because my grandmother had Alzheimer's as well, and I helped my grandfather take care of her. I jumped at the opportunity. Not only because I needed the money but because I love that type of work. Everything was going fine for the first few months. The lady loved me, loved watching my tummy grow and feeling the baby move and kick, and I loved it because I found it very fulfilling, and just loved being around her and hearing her stories. She was still in the very early stages of it, so still very aware, just a little forgetful sometimes. The money was very good because we were being paid cash and working privately for the family. At that point I was bringing home about $250 to $300 a week. After about 3 or 4 months of me working there, my BFS mom was over visiting and talking about how she was going to see if they could change up her hours. She wanted a couple less days and shorter hours because it was getting to be too much for her with her own health issues. I didn't really think much of it and figured she would change her mind because this wasn't the first time she had said something to the same effect. Until a few days later, when I was asked by the family if I would want a couple more days and a few more hours on my normal shift. I, being pregnant and needing the money, said yes without too much of a second thought. After making sure the increase wouldn't affect my mom's schedule, she was my ride to and from work, and she was helping my grandfather around his house with cleaning and general running around at the time. Once she said it would be fine, I accepted the increase. A couple days later, my BFS mom was visiting again. During the visit she asked if we had anything to drink, and we told her there was pop in the fridge. Now, I would always put my schedules on the fridge for all of us to be able to reference easily when trying to make plans or appointments. I would also tally up my hours and calculate my pay for the week, so we could budget what to save versus what was going to go for bills. Well, while my BFS mom was getting her pop, she noticed my schedule. Here is basically how the conversation went. It's not going to be word for word considering how long ago it was, but fairly close. Her, what is this? Me, what is what? Her, taking my schedule off the fridge and bringing it over this? Me, that's my schedule. Her, how'd you get so many hours? Me, well, when you adjusted your schedule they asked me if I wanted some of the extra days and hours and I said yes. Her, and you didn't think to talk to me about it first? Me, no, because you told them you didn't want them. I didn't think it would be a big deal. Her, you could have at least asked me if I was okay with it. Me, why? You didn't want them, and you know I need them. You know I'm saving money for the baby, so of course I'm going to take the extra money. Her, getting loud at this point, I can't believe you would steal my hours without even talking to me about it first. Me, also getting loud because FTS, they weren't your hours anymore. You gave them up. I am pregnant with your grandchild, and they can't adjust their schedules to take the hours you didn't want anymore. You should have known they would ask me if I wanted some, if not all of them. It's not my fault you didn't think it through all the way. Her, I would have never gotten you the job if I knew you were gonna go behind my back like this. Looking at her son, I can't believe you allowed her to do this to me. Me, for one, I did not go behind your back. What did you think was going to happen when you handed your employers a list of days and times you would and wouldn't work? Did you think they were just gonna leave their mother alone during those times? And for two, your son does not control me or what I do. He didn't even know that I had taken the hours until I got home and told him. And even if he had tried to stop me, I'd have told him to screw off, because we need the money. Now, since you seem to think it's okay to stand in my house and yell at me, you can get the fuck out and not come back until you have apologized to me. Her, this is my son's house too, you can't kick me out. Me, actually, it is my mother's house. Our names are not on it. But I do have the right and ability to kick you or anyone else out, so get the fuck out. Now. She left still talking shit that I can't really remember now, plus I had gone to my room to calm down. The whole time she was going off on me, my BF just sat there not saying anything. Not defending me, not trying to calm her down, nothing. Her and her husband came over about a week later, but that is a story for a different time. That also ended in a screaming match, but between me and her husband that time.